Santana.
Touchdown, Debo in the slot. This is my end zone. Give me everything you got. Defense, hit him with that Cosa Nostra. Kwon Alexander, this dance, shake both sides. 49er Empire, 49er Empire. This is for the fan base, die hard, set by. Stand up, 4-9 to the heart, baby. Pull on back in Candlestick Park. Levi, let's go.
To the tune of 8-0. But fam, as you know, there's good news and there's bad news. You know, and we look at the injury report today, nothing else really matters because the 49ers, every last one of us, were hopeful George Kittle didn't suffer any serious knee injury last night against the Cardinals, right? Ian Rappaport of NFL Media reported today that we will get our wish. Kittle's amazing, man. That dude. Kittle's knee injury is only minor. And there's some optimism he won't even miss the team's next game against the Hawks. Yeah! Week 10 on Monday Night Football. You will see GK. You know, Kyle can't even stop him. Hey, this much time between now and next Monday. Even if Kyle did try to stop, anybody tried to stop him, he'd still race out on the field. He took Cardinals defensive end Chandler Jones' helmet to the knee on the 49ers' first offensive snap, which is this kind of thing when you think, oh, my God, on the first play of the game. And he sat the rest of that series before entering the next one. And GK wound up playing 69 snaps, which was his second fewest of the year, and didn't play on the 49ers' game-sealing drive. Which, I don't know about you, but that to me, I was sharing equal concerns with winning or losing that game because we can afford to lose that game, fam, quite frankly. You know, I don't want to, of course. 7-1 doesn't look good. 8-0 is definitely a superior thing to have, but you sure as hell can't do without George Kittle for the rest of the season. And I was freaking out because I was thinking, you know, Kittle's running on adrenaline now and just plain pure desire. He's a beast. But tomorrow when they take that MRI, they say, George, that knee is raggedy, and we have no idea how the hell you did what you did last night, but you are done for the rest of this year. I was thinking in the back of my mind, I said, oh man, I know that's what they're gonna do to him. Shanahan was telling reporters on a conference call when asked about Kittle's injury, quote, I know it was scary, but the fact that they felt good enough with him coming back in the game. Just talking to everyone last night, I'm feeling pretty optimistic about Kittle. I know he played through a lot of stuff. It's going to be tough on him this week, but I feel pretty good that it's not going to be long-term a thing, and hopefully we'll be able to get him back this week, unquote. The Niners will get 10 days off between games, which will give GK some additional time to heal up. He missed only one game in his first 3 seasons, fam. GK has had one injury on this roster that would be very difficult for the Niners offense to overcome. He's just too much of a part of the offense, fam. You define that offense a lot by what George Kittle does. He is pivotal on every play, whether he's tearing some guy's head off coming off of the block, or he's out there saying things to Buda Baker. I'm still here, Buda! Buda Baker, man, I give Buda Baker a lot of credit, though. He had a lot of heart out there yesterday going against George Kittle. George Kittle beat him up. He got some shots in there, George, too. It was a good battle, actually, and I'm surprised he did that. And I told you, I wanted Buda Baker in the draft. Was that 2-3 years ago? I said, man, if we could just pick this dude up, because that's what I'm coming out of school. The dude was just terrible, man. But they've survived without their 2 starting tackles, Staley, McGlinchey, and Juice. But Kittle is more unique and dominant than any of those 3 players, and we all know this, making him a way more difficult to replace. Ross did an okay job. I like Ross anyway because he's out there doing he's helping George out, and he's also doing a Juice. Every now and then he hits some solid blocks. I'm impressed. So great for Ross. But I want the real deals back, though. I mean, as was pointed out yesterday by George, school Brunskill have done an awesome job. We really do appreciate what they've done, but you got to bring back the demons. You got to bring back the badasses. You got to get them back. We got some tough games coming up, fam. We're going to need all the guys we can get. The Seattle game at Levi Stadium is going to be a big one for the 49ers as they try and stretch their lead in the NFC and the NFC West, putting another gap on 40. Here's the thing. We win Game 9, it's pretty much a lock. Because even if the 49ers go 500, which is a slight possibility, the rest of the way, what do we got, 11? 11 wins? Well, I mean, 11 and what, 3 or 4, 5, 11 and 5? You know what, that's going to be, and quite frankly, fam, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to tell you more about this in a minute. There's no way the Saints can beat the 49ers. Okay, and I'll explain more about that later. Here's the thing. And the Hawks are serious, fam. The Hawks are as serious as a heart attack about this game. They picked up Josh Gordon. You know about that, right? Now, Josh Gordon is what Russell needs to take the top off the defense. This is why Kyler Murray had the success he did yesterday, because they did manage to take the top off the defense on several occasions. And this is where also Kwon missing is going to hurt us as well. I'm hoping that what ends up happening is, well, you know what? Let's talk about Kwon before I get into all that. Who's going to replace him is the question, right? And we waited for the verdict on him overnight, hearing some encouraging things before betting down last night. And now your fears and mine have been realized. Season-ending injury for Kwon. The Niners announced today he suffered a torn pec against the Cardinals last night, so he is done. And, he's so cool about it, too. Kwon says, yeah, this is all part of the game, man. I'll be back. And so, Alexander was an essential part in the heart of the 49ers front seven, and replacing him won't be an easy task for the Niners. It is, and Coach points something out here. I'll get back to that in a minute, too. But Kwon brought more than just a good football player to this team, fam, and you know that. We've twice seen the team struggle when he's been out of games. It happened week 1 when he was rejected for helmet-to-helmet hit on quarterback Jameis Winston. It happened again last night. Alexander may not necessarily be the best player on the 49ers defense, but his importance cannot ever be understated. You could see Fred was out there. He looked like Batman without Robin, or Robin without Batman. He was doing the best he could, but it was just a little bit. And Greenlaw, give him credit. He did the best he could. But replacing him won't be easy. Kwon, that is. They've got options on the roster and at the facility. Still ready, though. Looking at the depth, you got Dre Greenlaw, of course. 5th-round pick is the first option for the Niners. He earned the starting Sam linebacker job out of training camp, and Coach Kyle Shanahan has already said Greenlaw would slide over to fill Alexander's place. The rules of the Sam or strong side and weak side linebackers are different, but they require largely the same skill set. Lots of side-to-side movements and things like that. Sam is on the field much less often than the Will, since the Sam leaves a game in sub-packages. Alexander was so effective in that spot because of his athleticism and coverage on those underneath routes, which we fell prey to last night. All right? Greenlaw's an outstanding athlete as well, but it's just not so easy stepping in and just being a good athlete here. They're going to have to bring him up to speed. Sal and company got to work hard on this kid to get him ready to even begin to fulfill what a Pro Bowler was doing, right? I mean, you got aggressive football, and you got to be a sure tackler to continue giving the 49ers effective play out of that position next to Fred Warner. Fred can't carry the load by himself. He's got to have some legitimate help out there. Looking back, Dre G played 56 snaps in that week 1 following Alexander's ejection. He's yet to eclipse 30 since then, but he'll be on the field for essentially every down, fam, and moving forward, which could be a good thing. It could be. He could polish up between now and the next 3 weeks. Maybe that's all he needs is to be out there a little more, right? We'll have to wait and see and get ready for that. But this is going to be a huge test for the first-year pro out of Arkansas. Come on, Dre, you can get this done. Azeez Al-Shar is the next man up. Al-Shar, the undrafted rookie in camp, and was somewhat of a surprise selection for the final roster. He was actually predicted to be cut due to the fact that he had just so much talent. After suffering a bad knee injury in his final year at college at Florida Atlantic, But this kid was a monster. Get a chance to go back and look at some of his clips. We saw some of his madness this year. He's mainly going to play special teams player with the mind shattering. Dude hits. I mean, that cam shot that got up during preseason, when he just literally took a dude out of the camera, you could hear a crash. I said, who the hell was that? Whoa, that was Alshar. Oh. So he's got stuff. Let's see if they can hone him up. Alshar will likely step in the role Greenlaw is leaving to take over for Alexander. That'll mean limited but important snaps at the Sam linebacker spot and in his rookie campaign as well. Alshar has played just 33 snaps, including 29 combined and 2 blowouts over Cincinnati and Carolina. So it's hard to take a measure from that because those games were over when he came in. He posted just 1 tackle this season. Alshar most likely won't push Greenlaw for the starting job on the weak side, but he'll see an uptick in playing time as the depth of a linebacker stands out. Finally, Elijah Lee, and I got to tell you, fam, he played a lot for the 49ers last season, but couldn't make the final roster over Greenlaw and Alshar. Now, could that have been for other reasons besides talent? I am not sure. Lee has been with the Lynch and Shanahan since the regime started with the now veteran status, which, by the way, means there's nothing he hasn't seen. Also, he started 5 games with the Niners a year ago and racked up 65 tackles with 3 tackles for a loss. He was second in the NFC West to only the Seahawks, Bobby. Anyway, he did a good job. He's been on the practice squad this season and is, of course, the logical choice to elevate to the active roster once Alexander goes on IR, which will probably be announced shortly. Shanahan mentioned Lee as a player who would be next man up in the linebacking core. Like Alshar, Lee isn't liable to jump up to scoop a starting spot, but he provided immediate depth and familiarity with the 49ers' defensive scheme. Lee was a productive player when called upon a season ago, but the fact he couldn't beat out a 5th-round pick and undrafted rookie for a roster spot, that's not a good sign, but it tells me that the 49ers may have been thinking, we've got Kwon, let's save the money. He wasn't getting paid that much, but you cut wherever you can, right? He'd likely to see some time on special teams if he's given a roster spot. On the other hand, if the 49ers feel like they need more experience in the middle of the defense at some point, Lee also gives them an option to plug in with NFL starting experience. And actually, if it were up to me, fam, I like Greenlaw and I love Alshar. I'd go with Lee. I actually would. Because I know you're not gonna surprise him with anything out there. He's gonna know how to react to most situations where Alshar and Greenlaw are gonna have to learn these things. I'm a little worried about this situation. Let's see what the coaches decide to do on that. And did you see Stephen A. Smith lose his mind today? I posted him up. I couldn't stand it. He is screaming and yelling because he got caught flat-footed saying too much earlier, and Jimmy went out there and did what a lot of people didn't expect. And I told you about Jimmy G a long time ago. Because of our scheme in the playbook, we're not throwing the ball every down. We're running the ball because we're effective at it, not because Jimmy G sucks. It's never been about that. So there's Stephen A. and a bunch of other people said, whoa, where'd that come from? Duh! He's always had that ability. So, fam, if you want to continue to talk about Jimmy G tonight, you can. It's Monday night. Treat this night like Monday Night Raw. As if you've got some complaints, go ahead, have at them. But first, let us, courtesy of Russo, was in attendance with so many of the Niner Empire, witnessing that TD to KB. Let us relive that moment. Ooh la la. Ooh la la. You see, this is why KB. Well, I've been singing praises on him. I gotta post up my all Ronbo team. I'm so proud. Everybody I said was gonna be a kick-ass player. I gotta gloat. I gotta gloat. I told you about Jimmy G. And look at KB. I told you about J Dub. I told you leave Eric Armstead alone. It was me. I knew these boys could play. I mean, hey. Oh, Katina None Your Business. I love the name. I'm so sad to hear about Kwon. Hopefully he makes a full recovery. Also, on a side note, I'd like to thank Ronbo for this great community recently found a challenge. It's been great. Katina, thanks. So happy to have you join us, too. And Coach Tim says, and this is what I was thinking about, too. From here on out, fam, our D will give up more in the run game, but although it will keep games closer, we'll still better than the competition is, and we'll slip a little bit, but stay a top 10 defense. Isn't it amazing how one player in certain positions can actually make that difference? But I still have faith in coaching staff that's brought this defense a long way to get some things done here and make some patchwork. Spy Nick Danger says Salah's got to figure out this mobile quarterback air raid nonsense and quick and got to play cards and see Hags 3 more. Not to worry. Hey, we've seen the cards for the first time. Look for a much different game week after next with the rested 49er teams that ran away a little bit with their tail between their legs. They were humiliated by that, and Richard Sherman made clear that they were not happy with that defense. J. Rudd says, we'll miss Kwon, but we still have that pass rush. As long as they continue shred D's, we will be fine. Alvaro Cueva. He says, hey, Ronbo with Kwon out and the Seahawks getting Josh Gordon, it makes it a little stressful. The Niners can win at home, but they have to play with an urgency. I don't want to lose to the Sea Chickens. I look at the 49ers as wounded animals. I suspect you're going to see one of the best performances you've ever seen against the Hawks come Monday night. Look for it. Gibson says, hey, we've had a lot of luck with these undrafted guys between Mosley, Brunskill, Breda, Mostert, Wilson, Bourne. And so when I have faith in a big play Dre, he's got it in him. He's just got to get some things. It's just some fundamentals that have to be polished up, but he'll get there. Charles Lawler says, I think Kwon is going to be in Green's ear and help Salah get him up to speed quick. We saw the same thing with Nick Mullins last year when Jimmy G was in his ear, only to be followed by people saying, put Mullins in instead of G. Coach Tim says, our offense will need to keep scoring more points, I think. All those teams coming up can score if they can run on you and have better than average defenses, too. I feel we got this, though. Yeah. And, fam, I just want to say, the reason why you look at what Kyler Murray did and what Russell Wilson's predicted to do, Kyler Murray again, you got Lamar Jackson. These guys are going to be difficult. Drew Brees, Kamara's not a guy that's going to bust you up the middle. Drew Brees is a classic, the definition of pocket quarterback. The 49ers will destroy him. And that's going to negate their passing game. If they're not going to be able to run on us, this is why I look for this game to be won and kind of won with kind of an ease. All right. We got more here. Chris Sanchez, Debo needs to tighten up, and everyone else should keep progressing as normal. This offense needs minor tightening. True, and Debo's going to Debo at some point is going to stop dropping those gimmies. He knows he's messing up. He makes some great plays in this game, though, but he knows he's messing up. He'll get it. He'll get it. Big Will, get on in here, Dollar Bill Will.
Ronbo, what's up, man?
Oh, Will, man, we're looking at adversities. Plenty again, you know. We've seen what a mobile quarterback can do, but I got a feeling the 49ers are going to adjust to that within the next 10 days. Robert Saleh and company are a very brilliant crew. They'll make adjustments. And also we got to wonder about whether we can bring Dre G. Can he get this done? Will. And anything else you want to add? You want to holler at anybody tonight? Go right ahead. All right?
Man. First off, shout out to you, Ronbo, man.
Thanks, man.
Want to give a shout out, man. You know, we got a fallen soldier, man. A fallen soldier. Kwon Alexander, man.
Well, you're not on your speakerphone, are you? Because you sound a little muddled.
Can you hear me now?
Ah, much better. All right, we can hear you clear now. Go ahead, Will.
All right, man. Yeah, shout out to our fallen soldier, man. Kwon Alexander, man. You know, hope you get a full recovery, man. You was a big part of the defense, man. I'm glad you made it long enough to where we 8-0, man, because you really went to war for us, man. But shout out to you, man. Hope everything is well and you get better, man. But like I say, man, next man up, man, Dre Greenlaw, man. I would let Dre Greenlaw hold it down. With everything that he's been through all his life, man, he's gonna be bigger than the challenge. So I believe this won't be too big for him. He's gonna fit right in. He's the fastest linebacker on the team anyway. So he just has to get his covering skill down pat, and they gonna coach him up. They're gonna polish him up. And I believe he's gonna do good, man. Lazocha, he's a good player too. He can make plays for you too. So if they come in coming up next Monday night, man, they should be ready, man. Man, let me get an installment right quick, man.
Yeah. Friday night, but we go install Monday Night Raw because we played a game yesterday. It's time for Let Me Holler at You.
Hey, Debo, let me tell you something, man. You're supposed to be snatching balls from people, man. You're supposed to be running over people, stiff-arming people, man. You cannot afford to drop a wide open pass, man, in the freaking end zone. You ain't been known for that. You ain't known for dropping balls. You know better than that, man. You need to get your stuff together. And Goo, I understand, man. God come first, then family. I understand that. But you need to get your butt back on the field, man. You can really help out Emmanuel Sanders as well as yourself if both of y'all is on the field at the same time.
Yes.
Do you know how much speed we will have on the outside with you and Emmanuel Sanders? Defense cornerbacks wouldn't know what to do.
Safety cannot stay home.
Emmanuel Sanders, man, he's our number one, man. But, he's our number one. I'm gonna put it. That's it. He's our number one receiver. But when you have Goodwin out there, man, it makes it so much scarier for defense. So Goodwin, man, I know you better be in for Monday night against these Seahawks, man. So get your butt in gear, but at the same time, I hope everything's good with your family and whatnot. But yeah, man, I think the defense gonna be fine, Ronbo. This coming up game, they're gonna be well rested, extra few days coming to play against the Seahawks, man. The defense gonna get it back together. I don't think the Seahawks gonna run on them. All they got Josh Gordon and Metcalf, but we got so many weapons on offense, man, it's ridiculous. So all we gotta do is keep Russell Wilson contained in the pocket. Ford and Bosa go ahead and slow, keep him, contain him, keep him inside, and let Buckner and Armstead eat, and we should be good, man. Jimmy G gonna do his thing, man. Statement game last night, man. Statement game.
Well, I got one question I'm gonna ask you on that since you're covering that matter. Listen, you got Spoon. He's ready to go. Mosley's been doing a good job. They're bringing in Gordon. Are you staying with Mosley, or would Spoon be a better idea? This is the thing. A decision I'm going to make between now and next Monday night. What are you thinking right now?
You put Spoon in. Right. You got to. I think Spoon is taller than Mosley. I think Gordon pretty tall. So you put Spoon on. Yeah, you put Spoon on him. Rangy left corner. Tall, man. He should be all right. He may get Son Sherman too. But yeah, you put Spoon in, man. You seen the stats before he got hurt. Put Spoon in.
Yeah,
He's ready to go. Put him on in. Put him on in, man. So
this is gonna be the thing.
Gonna be all right, man. Yeah, man. And look, man. I'm so sick and tired of Stephen A. Smith. Every time Stephen A. Smith talks down on Jimmy G, his hairline recedes further and further back to his head. I'm so sick and tired of this man. Stephen A. Smith. His team in the NBA, his team is the Knicks, the football is the Giants, and none of them teams doing a damn thing. Not even in the NBA. And he had no reason to talk about nobody's team. The team that he like are sorry, trash, and ain't about shit.
Yeah, well,
his team is the Knicks, the Nets, and the Giants. Ain't none of them good.
And that's why
talking about nobody.
and
He
that's
he
why
need to stick. He need to
he's got
stick with basketball.
he's got lots of trouble coming up to it. Well, we're gonna pull up though, and I'll tell you what I'll see you. We're still gonna do Sunday. I'll see you Sunday, okay?
All right, man. Shout out to you, Ronbo, man. Shout out to my TSU family, Player Pundit, Trey, Big Show, Russo, uh, Big Show, Jerry Fresh, Real 49 Hits, man. All them guys. Shout out to the Ronbo Sports Fan Club, man. Sheik, Rico, Jersey Joe, Big Show, Hope, all them guys, man. Sue, Coach Tim, F. Ram. That really lost Super Bowl points, scored 3 points. Got beat up by the Bucks, got 55 points put on me. We beat them 31-17. They got Jalen Ramsey for nothing. Takiba Lee went from the Rams to the sorry ass Dolphins. He ain't gonna never play down this season. And they bankrupt. All right, Mama.
I will. Yeah.
All right.
Right. And got a birthday shout out to. I got it now. Addicted to action. 2 days ago, it's my okay. It's 2 days. It's my birthday, and can I have a shout out? Addicted to action. Of course you can. What a name, huh? Happy birthday. Happy 49er birthday to Addicted to Action. Happy Niners birthday. Addicted to Action. I've never had a name like this. Happy Niners birthday. A2A. That makes it easier, doesn't it? There you go, fam. Happy birthday. Hey, Kiki Woods, hey, what's up, faithful fam and the haters? Bittersweet. We go 8-0, but another one bites the dust. Get well soon, Kwon. Yeah. 49ers Rockets rider. Can't stand him. PA, which stands for, you know what, A. Cardinals, for some reason, they always played hard with the Niners, but they always lay down for the Rams. And Seahawks. Oh, that is kind of true. Man, the Seahawks went in there and just did whatever they wanted to with him, you know? I got a feeling if we didn't pay him on a Thursday night, it would have been the same thing. I understand that both teams were true, but it affects one team more than it does the other, I suspect. Red Eye Jedi 201. What's up? I was sick to my stomach when I heard about Kwon. How do you feel about Greenlaw starting for Kwon? And I remember in the preseason, the play action was killing him. I know he's got some things to learn. As I mentioned, I'm leaning toward Lee. Elijah might be the right thing to do. We'll see. Hey, Dre, come on in, fam.
What's going on, my guy?
All kinds of thoughts racing through my mind, Dre. You know, it's probably gonna be okay, but you know how you can. We love this team, so you entertain a lot of things that maybe you don't need to even be concerned about. But what are you thinking?
Man, I'm thinking that Super Bowl chances. I was confident in about 7 to 10. Now I think that's went down to about 5 to 10. Because Kwon, I mean, you could scheme and you can coach your guys up, but he's just an irreplaceable guy. He's an irreplaceable guy. But the thing that I do love is that Dre Greenlaw is the fastest linebacker that we have on the team. So that means we'll be able to scheme against running backs who are good out of the backfield, catching passes, and we'll be able to scheme against those speedy tight ends who have good hands and guys coming across the middle. I'm not worried about Fred. Fred is a dog. You know what I'm saying? He's leading the team again in tackles this year. With that being said, I think that we'll be okay. Only thing is, I do think that the running game will suffer just a little bit from opposing teams without Kwon. Also, I think that you might see a little bit more success with screen passes coming out of the backfield, or those passes that they throw to the running back when they're clearing the flats. So one thing I do like about Dre Greenlaw is he doesn't have a missed tackle this year. So That's good to hear because you can have all the speed of the world, but if you can't control your body and get to the guy and get him down, that's the problem. Um,
True.
I think that Quan's injury also gives us extra motivation. Um, to prove like, hey, he's an intricate part of this team, but at the same time, we're definitely going to go out and play our asses off, for Quan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That just sucks. That really sucks. On the brighter side of things, man, don't you just love how all of these NFC West teams are scrambling to get guys in there to compete with us? I mean, let's be real, people. If we weren't dominating like this, they wouldn't have signed Flash. If we weren't dominating,
Because
the Cardinals wouldn't have went and got Kenyon Drake. You know what I mean? If we wasn't dominating, the Rams wouldn't have spent their life savings on Jalen Ramsey. Bro, they
I
had to
like
let go
savings.
of
I like
Akeem.
that.
They had to let go of Akeem to leave just to make space. Isn't that pitiful, bro?
That's
Hey
funny.
Akeem, you remember when you refused to come to San Francisco? How you
Yeah.
feeling now? Huh? How you
Yeah.
feeling now, you dumbass? Anyways,
Uh,
it's amazing. I see a lot of people on Twitter talking this and that, this and that. Hey man, the Seahawks, their winning record against teams. They have a winning record, right? But against the teams they've beaten, the opposing team's record is like 14-23.
mm-hmm.
Ronbo, okay.
Mm-hmm.
The teams that we've beat is 20-41.
Mm-hmm.
So, people are talking about who have they played. Who have the Seahawks beat? I mean, come on, man. This is the same team that beat the Bengals by 1 point.
Mm-hmm.
This is the same team that the Rams had dead to rights. They just couldn't make the field goal.
But Dre,
This is
let me
that
ask
same
you.
team.
Let me ask you a question though. Here's the thing: the Hawks aren't going to stop the 49ers offensively, but can we keep them within a certain amount of points, given what we got now? We don't know a lot about what Greenlaw is going to be able to do, but I just wonder, can we keep
Greenlaw,
them under that 20 point umbrella?
hey, man, Greenlaw, Al-Shire, you guys key in on the running backs. Fred, Russell crosses the line of scrimmage, punish him. Punish him. Make him pay. Punish his ass. That's the only thing, man. Him stepping up in the passes, him stepping up in the pocket, making these ridiculous dumbass throws. Like if our in our defensive backfield, they are going to be pumped. Sherman's going to be pumped for this. They're going to be on their A game with Spoon back. Just imagine we could have Spoon, Mosley, and Sherman on the field at the same time.
Oh, and look
That's
what we
awesome.
got back offensively. They're going to. I
Yes,
got a
sir.
feeling they're going to shred
Yes, sir.
the Seahawks defense. So,
Yeah,
as
hey,
I'm saying,
and also, those passes that Russell Wilson makes, man,
see,
they only happen because the DBs are not in the right position. If you're in the right position, man, you can pick those off. You've seen what Marcus Peters did to him.
and Sherm's going to
Just
know
be
how
in
to
the right
place
position.
people.
Oh yeah. He's definitely he knows his tendencies. He practiced against this guy for a 6-year period. Like he knows his guy's tendencies. I don't know if it was 5 years or 6 years. You know what I mean? But he practiced against this guy for a half a decade. For half. You know what I mean? So I mean, I'm just. Ronbo, I'm just not scared of these dudes, bro.
I'm not in the Seattle. I'm more worried about Kyler Murray than I am the Seahawks. Dre, we got to pull up though, fam. Yeah.
Hey,
So I'm gonna see you Sunday.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the TNT family, man. My player partner Will, man. Trey Tress, Big Show, Jerry Fresh, Trey Lewis, all the guys, man. It's not the time to panic. This is the time to be confident because you got multiple teams making plays to get guys, who's ultimately not going to make a difference. That's a beautiful thing to see. This is the time to be confident in our coaching staff and the guys that we have behind us. So it's time for Greenlaw and Aziz Shire to step up. You know what I mean? Next man up, bro.
All right,
Next
fam.
man up. All right, Ronbo.
All right.
Bro.
See you Sunday, Dre.
Peace.
Yeah. All right. And Jerry Fresh. Where were we October 30th? I can't believe I missed the Fresh birthday. What? Happy Niners birthday, Jerry. Happy Niners birthday to Jerry Fresh. Click on his name, take him to your channel. Happy Niners. birthday, Jerry Fresh. I'm serious, fam. Click Jerry Fresh's channel, get some fresh perspective on your 49ers as I'm sitting here pretending to be Tarzan. Jerry, happy birthday, fam. D.R. Johnson. Get over to my channel. Got great content for you to appreciate. Follow. If you can always drop in knowledge on the Niners. D.R. Did you use your whole name on it, Deion Johnson? And then there's Kenny. He says our offense carried us through the first half of the season. And now it's time for our offense to carry us through the second half, period. Kwon is a huge loss. He says our defense carried us through the first half of the season. And that's the thing. But you know something, fam? We have been scoring points all season long. I think the offense sometimes gets not enough credit. Now, the defense is just grizzly. They're getting all the credit in the world. But I don't think we're in big trouble. Hey, James.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
James, we're getting the news that a lot of other teams have been getting all year long. Certain key players all of a sudden getting plucked up, and we almost took a double-barrel shotgun shot. If George Kittle would have left us yesterday, knock on wood, and that would have been way too much. But I don't think you can actually take George Kittle. I believe that man would play with a broke leg and still be effective. But what are you thinking, James?
I'm thinking about next Monday night with them sea chickens, and once again, thank you for what you do for us and the platform you provide, and I know that some people are feeling like, wow, this is we were so destined and on our way, and now the setback and the loss of Kwon and those things, and it is kind of it's kind of like a gut check when you think about it, but when you really think about it, Dre Greenlaw, one of the better attributes about him coming out of college is not only is he just a fast football player, but he's also very instinctive in coverage, and I think right now this is a prime time for him because there's 10 other guys that's going to be out there with him. And those other 10 guys have been a part of being, the rankings say we're the second best defense in the league. I think we're the best defense in football. Now, what happened last night was, as Richard Sherman can say, a humbling effect. Now, it started out on the very first drive. If you go back and look at that touchdown, I don't know what Jaquiski Tartt was doing. Okay, I really don't.
And Sherman didn't either.
I really don't. I think he had some kind of mind-numbing medicine, or I don't know what he did. But you can't be having your chin
behind
strap
the receiver. What are you doing standing behind the receiver? Good.
Your
God,
chin
Kwosky.
strap is back there by the receiver's cleats as he's diving for the ball. Jimmy Ward is basically he's in kind of like a back end zone trail technique where, he had to stay with the receiver, but at the same time, what if somebody else sneaks in the end zone? And Tartt is like lost on the play. And then on top of that, let's look at all right, I get it. Emmanuel Mosley took a bad angle. Okay. He took a bad angle on that India Isabella touchdown. But you had Jaquiski Tartt, Jimmy Ward, and K'Wan Williams. They were all in the background. Why are you still running with receivers? Andy Isabella can't forward pass that ball once he catches it. Why are you back there on receivers that can do nothing? There's nothing they can do. And so, listen, I'll say it like this, man. I think Sellers going to find a way to rotate that coverage. And the good thing about Al Shazier as well as Dre Greenlaw, they haven't played a lot all year, so they're basically fresh. I'm gonna tell you something. Do not count out Al Shazier, man, because that guy is a wrecking machine. And I'm telling you right now, they can put him in certain positions where that quarterback knows, man, this guy is coming. He's coming to make sure that I'm eating dirt. And you cannot take your eye off of him. And as far as the I really think that Kyle is already seeing that one of the greatest strengths we have right now. We beat them by a field goal last night, but let's not forget, Debo Samuels missed a wide open touchdown.
Yes.
Tevin Tevin Coleman a week ago in that Panthers game turned that into almost a 48-yard pickup off that screen. If he catches it last night, it's 6 points because why? 4 blockers out in front of him and only 2 defenders in that area. Okay? And then on top of that, I understand why he's playing defense. Fred Warner has a walk-in touchdown if he catches it. So Kyle knows there's a whole lot of pluses that we can use to kind of give the defense a hand as well. And that upside is getting Staley and McGlinchey back, as well as Houston. Because now we've got an opportunity to continue to, even if Kyle sees a game where, okay, they're going to probably put up 18 points or something, they're moving the ball real good, defense might be struggling a little bit. But one thing we can start to believe and count on this. Jimmy Garoppolo, one thing I notice about him, he's not into wasting drives. And if he can continue with that success, hey, we may not be talked about as, one of them teams that are still beating up on teams defensively, and I hope that we are. But as long as we get the win, that's the only most important thing that I care about. I don't care about, we beat them by 10 points this time. Last week we beat them by 6.
Hey, James, we got to pull up here though.
Yeah.
But you're right.
Yes,
it wasn't about the quality of that win. It was about what they had to get through to get the win. That's what I'm looking at. And they weathered that.
This thing I want to end with you. That what we're seeing right now with Kyler Murray. Hey, remember when Colin Kaepernick came out for us with the pistol formation and the zone read? Yep. It took defenses a while to catch up with it, but when they caught up with it,
and they will,
he was like a deer in headlights. Okay,
week after next, all right,
week after next. But thank you for what you do, Ronbo.
Thanks, man.
Love what you do. Have a great evening. Niner Empire, Niner Flight, and we're coming. We got another 10 games of football to play after next Monday night.
Oh,
I said
absolutely.
Yeah,
playoffs is ready. All right, all right, James. See you Sunday.
Take care. Be blessed.
Thanks, Phil. Yeah, I have no doubt in my mind the 49ers secondary will adjust. I mean, they got caught flat-footed in some situations they hadn't been in all year long, but that will not happen again. And you figure 2 days to 3 days to prepare. Kyler Murray will get an education on defense week after next. Hey, Phil, come on in, Phil.
Hey, Ronbo. Yeah, I agree. I think next time we play Arizona, it's going to be a blowout.
Much different. Yeah, they caught us.
Much different.
Hey, Phil, one thing, though.
But you know what?
One thing I just want to mention this one thing. The one thing I can appreciate about Dre Greenlaw, he swept over Kyler Murray like a tidal wave. You know what I mean? I didn't know who that was because I didn't know that Kwon was out. When he made that sack.
Are you talking about the sack?
Yeah, that was. I said, I kept saying, who the hell is that? Who? That's Greenlaw. Wow. He does have phenomenal speed.
He played several
quickness
quarters last night in Kwon's play, so he looked okay. I mean,
he's got some things to learn, but he was suddenly cast into a role he didn't know he was going to be in. They should be prepared at all times, but I think he was going in there by the seat of his pants and trying to just figure things out. Well, they'll get him completely up to speed by this next Monday. Yeah. So I'm not.
We still got our front four. Okay, let's. We still got Bosa and
the Tariff
Ford
squad.
Yeah. So I mean, we're still tough.
Yeah.
And,
no doubt.
Seattle lost their center last week for the season,
and that's going to get Russell killed. They can get Josh Gordon all they want.
When you can rush up the middle.
Oh.
You can really take on Russell Wilson because that doesn't allow him to step up. And
you certainly can't go side to side.
Yeah.
But do it, Rusty.
You know what? And I'm not counting out the Bucks against Seattle this weekend. With Vita Vea going up against the middle
they got no
them.
center. Yeah, they could be meat for the next 2 weeks.
Could be a tough game for Seattle.
Yeah.
If Jameis doesn't turn the ball over,
Yeah. And
The Bucks could beat them.
Yeah, I see that. Because that's a tough
So-
defense. Yeah.
We may have a 3-game lead going into this game, and
I hope not, though. Because the 49ers, I don't want them to lighten up. Like, I got the feeling they tried to relax a little bit.
I don't think
Just a
there's-
little.
I don't
You don't think
think
so?
there's-
You
no
know,
way.
God,
And the
Jimmy
crowd's
didn't.
going to be
That's a good
ruckus.
thing.
It's going to be at home. We've got a lot of home games now left. Yeah, I think we're in good shape. We're in really good shape, actually.
Yeah.
So, losing Kwon was, both an emotional thing and for the team, for the defense, and also physical. He's one of our better players, obviously, and
Clearly.
and I hate to kind of put a sting on the win, but George isn't hurt. He's going to be back. I'm hearing that Juice is a definite go. I hear that Staley's a definite go. I don't know about McGlinchey. I haven't heard anything about him.
I know. It's just prediction, right? Nobody said anything
Yeah,
serious.
I think they've been a lot of quiet about McGlinchey, but I know Joe's a definite go, and Juice has been running on the sidelines. The reporters have been saying.
Hey,
So
that's all you
and
need, because
Witherspoon's
I'll trust
fine.
School or Brunskill to play either one can play that right side.
yeah, I mean we're set. I mean we've got a good set, and Joe's got. I'm more worried about Joe coming back, being rusty, but
Yeah, if anything.
we've got a week and a half of practice for him, and I think that's a good thing.
Yeah. Then get back into rhythm.
So
As long as got a couple of guys rushing off the edges, so yeah.
I don't see a letdown against the Seahawks at all. We're gonna. I mean, this is a team that is right on our tail, and the one we want to put a statement to. So I think we're going to be fine.
Yeah. I say,
But
and
it
you
should
know
be
how much.
interesting.
I was going to say,
Go
because
ahead.
you know how much Sanders is going to be up to speed in another week or two? He's looking this good now. What's he going to look like when they get enough reps behind him? Oh, that touchdown was pretty. Threw that ball. Sanders is still in his route. Sanders turns around. Oh, got such a rush off of that
Not only that,
pass.
but that out pattern that he caught on third down in the fourth quarter.
Another one.
Jimmy made a nice throw to him. It looked like they'd been playing for years.
He's always had that ability, Phil. That's what I'm saying. What are you people talking about? Jimmy can't do anything. Get out of here with that. Phil, we got to pull up.
But here's
We're
one
gonna run out of
stat I
time
want
here.
to
Too
give
much
you.
fun.
We led the league in drops, and yet we throw the ball less than anybody. So that was telling you we
There
had
you
a
go.
problem with our receivers dropping the ball.
There you go.
And Debo kind of proved that in the end zone.
Oh,
but,
he'll get that better. All right, Phil. We're
Yeah.
going to go. It's just
All right,
started too
man.
late again. All right, man.
So we'll talk on Sunday, I guess. Huh?
Yeah, we will.
After
Definitely.
the Bucks beat the Seahawks, and
That'd be a good time,
the
too.
Ravens beat New England, and we'll be number one.
Oh, yes. All right, Phil. See you Sunday.
All right, man. Okay, later.
Later. Bye. Max.
Hello?
Hey, Max.
Hey, Ronbo, what's up?
Max, contemplation and wondering, what does the future hold for the red and gold? I see things being not nearly as bad as some may think. I think we'll be fine, especially when we get back guys like Juice and Staley. I don't know about McGlinchey, but all I need back is two of them, And I think we're ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, Kwon is a really tough loss. That was gut-wrenching when I heard that he was going to be out for the year.
Oh.
I think the defense will take a hit for sure.
Or they'll
honestly,
step up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping, but Kwon's he's kind of hard to replace. I mean, he's been great for us.
It's a Pro Bowler.
I don't like the Thursday night comparisons. People saying, I mean, look at our defense after Kwon left. They were so gassed, and we were gassed since the first snap. The first drive.
Like it,
that defense was gassed. Yeah, I mean, we played 4 days ago, and I saw it. Kyler was getting 5 more seconds to throw the football, and that's never in the
Nobody's had
other
that.
7 games.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Nobody's had that much
So
fun this year.
Yeah, exactly. Immediately, I was like, all right, so this is what kind of game it's going to be. Because, I mean, I get it. It's hard to play, 4 days after you just played, over an hour of
But Max,
tough.
could it be that, the Cardinals had the same situation? They had to fly back from New Orleans. Could it be that they were a little more hungry than the 49ers? Could it be that the 49ers thought, these guys, we can handle this. We don't need to go all out. I really think they took their foot off the pedal a little. Maybe not consciously, but unconsciously. Yeah. Because that team has some.
It's definitely a possibility. That pass rush, I mean, we got a few sacks. We definitely
3.
got some pressures, but the one 88-yard touchdown by Andy Isabella was. I mean, the first thing I noticed on this play was our guys were getting shut down. There was no one getting any pressure on Kyler, and when that happened, our secondaries. I mean, there's only so long that you can cover. I mean, realistically, you can't cover for 10 seconds. Chances are someone's going to get open.
Mm-hmm.
But I really do think that as long as we have Jimmy Garoppolo, we can win every single game that we play for the rest of the season.
Guy's a winner. He is a winner. What anybody says, he's a winner.
Yeah, something about him. He's a winner. He wins football games.
He's got quarterback face. As what's that guy keeps calling? It's the quarterback face.
Exactly.
Silly.
Yeah. So I mean, he'll come up big whenever we need him, and I'm thinking we can definitely run down Seattle's throat here. Their secondary is not playing, up to par. At least in the past few weeks. And I think we can, as long as we can, kind of neutralize Bobby Wagner in a way, we'll have Juszczyk back by then, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And most likely stay.
Yeah.
So you'll see the continuity that you were seeing earlier in the season with the run game. They're not going to stop the 49ers from running. They're okay, but they're not fantastic at the run stop either. So,
right.
Yeah, we'll get that back.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think the pass rush is going to produce way better than this past Thursday. I mean, it was uncharacteristic from us. I know, Stephen A. and others, Ryan Clark love to gobble that up. 49ers defense got gas. Are they the real deal? I mean, that segment this morning that Stephen A. had.
Wasn't he ridiculous?
God,
he's so strange.
That was ridiculous. Yeah, he sounded stupid. I mean, yeah.
Let him talk, Max. We're gonna pick up here. Let's pick up on Sunday and see what develops between now and then, and we'll have some things to laugh about as we'll be watching some games before that too. All right.
All right, I'll be there.
Be looking for you too, Max. Have a great evening. Yeah, Sunday's going to be fun. And don't let one of these teams lose. And hopefully Stephen A. Smith. But, Stephen A. Smith's team losing doesn't mean anything. They're always losing. Big Sean, the jeweler. Come on in, Sean.
Hey, how you doing, brother?
Oh, I'm doing all right. Yeah, initial shock. I kind of expected some bad news. I was hoping for the best. But
yeah. Right. I'm concerned, but I'm not worried. One thing that's for sure is, do you remember what they used to call Dre Greenlaw in college? Do you remember?
No. Do you have a nickname? What do they call him?
Big Play Dre.
And that fits him too. It rhymes
so
nice.
Like James said, man, he's gonna have other guys on the field with him. He's not gonna be at this alone. And Alshire, man, we're gonna be all right. There's gonna be some growing pains. There's gonna be times where we're gonna want to, take our shoe off and throw it at the TV, that type of thing. But we're gonna be all right, man. It is what it is. There's nothing we can do about it. This is the NFL, man. Guys go down all the time. That's why they have that saying, "Next man up." So I wouldn't I wouldn't be worried about it. Be concerned, but don't be worried about
There
it.
you
We're going
go.
to be okay. The offense is going to step up, and the way that they're vibing right now, it's beautiful, man. So we're going to be all right, man. It takes all three phases of the game to win the game.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So we're going to be all right. We got a beautiful special teams, man. We got the Tavarius Moore, we got Mostert, man. I think, in my personal opinion, probably one of the two best gunners in the game. Our offense is showing up. We still got a very, 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 very good defense. Yeah, we lost Kwon Alexander, but, man, we're going to be all right. We got a couple guys that can fill in who's going to have some warriors around them. They're not going to be on the field by themselves. Don't let it get to you, man. Don't let it get to you. We're going to be okay. We're going to be all right, man. We're going to be all right, man.
And better prepared, too. I mean, Greenlaw's sitting there probably on the phone or something. Trey, what? You're in here. Get in here. What? Yes, now. I got a feeling he was probably watching, but I mean, I'm playing behind one of the better linebackers in the league. I can go ahead and relax here, and when I get my time come in, I'll get to sit down on certain packages. But, God.
Yeah, so it's like when Staley and McGlinchey went out, we were like, oh, no. You know what I mean? Here we
I
are
know,
with
right?
our fourth or fifth
I thought it was all over. Good one, Sean.
Yeah. It's we're going to be okay, man. It's, the culture of this team, next man up, and, no man is left on an island by himself. And another thing, when Staley comes back, I just hope that he's not taking every rep. I hope it's a rotational thing. Let's ease him back in.
Yes.
There's going to be some rust. Let's just, we got some guys that can fill the void. Let them sit out for a series, whatever it may be. You know what I mean? Let's ease them back in. We're going to be okay. Yes. My heart felt in my stomach when I heard that Kwon was out for the rest of the season, but I had to, take a step back, recoup, regroup. We're going to be okay, y'all. We're going to be all right, man. We still got a lot of ball left. Yep. We got a great coaching staff. Everything's going to be okay, man. Let's just breathe a little bit. We're going to be all right. But I'm going to jump up off here, Ronbo, because I know you got some callers with some input. Over and out.
Thanks, Sean. As usual, fam. Like that reassurance. Always need that. All right, fam. Have a good night.
All right, brother.
Yes, sir. Sean Doodle with some golden words, because you know what? It says that we thought I thought, I don't know about you, but I thought putting our both tackles are gone and your fullback, I'm talking 2 Pro Bowlers and a guy that probably will soon eventually be a Pro Bowler, gone, and we're still running the ball. They're coming back. And the Hawks can do all they want, adding receivers. It ain't going to make any difference. Hey, Dion!
Ronbo, what's going on, baby?
D, man, we're sitting here reassuring ourselves that it's not time to panic. Don't go in that room yet. Don't lock the door. We're okay. What do you think?
Ronbo, we fine. Look, when I got that news that popped up on my phone early this morning, man, I even threw it up on about Kwon, and yeah, man, that's a heartbreaker because he was, he was the energy on our defense, but this is, to me, it's the next man up mentality, and I'm just going to be completely honest with you. I feel like Drake Greenlaw is going to step in, and it's going to be a seamless transition. Drake Greenlaw is actually really good in pass coverage, so we don't have to worry about that. We just have to make sure that he makes his tackles, because that was the one thing he kind of struggled with during the preseason. But as far as, losing Kwon, it hurts. Yes, it does. But you know what? I've had a torn pectoral muscle, and it is nothing to play with. For everybody out there thinking he's going to come back before then, it's not about to happen. I'm going to tell you right now.
How long does it take you to recover from that, Dion?
Yeah, it takes a full 6 months. See, I tore it when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? I'm 38 now, but I tore it when I was younger.
And it still took you 6 months. I know.
It's not a difference. But to be honest with you, Ronbo, the only thing I can say, all these people out here hating, talking about all your defensive guys scores this, that, and the third. We gave up some chunk plays, and we're tired, man. We just came off of whooping ass from the Panthers, and we got to come right back on Thursday night.
True.
Defense was a little bit tired, but you know what? They still pulled out the win. We still got the W. And when Greenlaw came in, what happened? Sack.
God, he was in there quick. Woo!
He was in there fast too. You see him? But I mean, when you sitting on the bench on them games, you're fresh. Yeah, you got a whole lot of energy.
And you got speed anyway. So yeah.
Oh, the only thing I have an issue with right now is these drop passes because they're making Jimmy look bad. And I can tell you right now, our main culprit is Debo. I love him when he actually catches the ball. He will bully his way through anybody to get to that dead end zone. Yep. But you gotta catch the ball. He has to do it more consistently. I mean, seeing Dante with his random self show up in a touchdown in the end zone,
that's a good way to describe
Jackson, random Dante. I watched that, man, and I added Stephen A. old crazy self over there on Twitter, man, and told him back up off our boy Jimmy G. He's still, I'm not sold on this. And yeah, he out there with the rah-rah.
Getting all excited and emotional. Hey, man, now you say, Jimmy J, stop the press, what's wrong with you, man? God, calm down.
It's a situation where he can't see anybody being better than Aaron Rodgers because he been riding the Rodgers all day. Aaron Rodgers is the baddest man on the planet. He can do anything. He does no wrong. All this other stuff. But the thing is we are 8-0. We are the best team in the league. There isn't another team better than us on defense and/or offense. And this showed everybody what all the people were talking about. They said Jimmy can't do it. What happens if he has to put it on his back? So you know what? We put it on his back, and they threw 4 TDs. He completed passes to at least 7 different receivers. What more do you want from the man?
And had dropped touchdowns.
He touched it, and with us getting back, all these people help. Juice coming back, Joe Staley coming back. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure Kello should be good to go. Like, are you serious right now? And then the Seahawks make the most desperate move of all. Let's go get Josh Gordon. Oh, he won't play this week. We'll see what happens. Let me tell you this. Look, when Josh Gordon first came into the league, they gave him the biggest honor. They called him the next Jerry Rice. Do you know how hard it is to get that kind of respect? And what happened? He couldn't, in Stephen A's words, he couldn't stay off the weed. He wanted to be out. I hope that he gets for man to man. I hope he gets his mental affairs in order.
I will, of course.
So he can actually be out there. But the thing is if he ain't even mentally right, he ain't even gonna play. So you just wasted your waivers on somebody who ain't gonna be out there on the field. And if you just lost
I'm hearing the reason he got thrown out of I'm hearing he got thrown out of Boston because of work ethic issues. So, I'm glad they picked him up. Go ahead. And he's not going to get involved because your boy's going to be under extreme duress. Yeah, we got to stop, though. Let's see you Sunday. All right?
Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah, because I'm watching the Seahawks and I'm watching the Rams just to see what they do. The Seahawks is to study film because we will take them out. Ronbo, appreciate everything you do. Appreciate the channel. Guys, if y'all see me in the chat, jump over to the channel because I got good content. And believe you me, I will educate you on everything Niners. Ronbo, appreciate you. Love you. Hey, I replied to that one-on-one, man.
Yeah, I know. And we're on. We are on. All right.
I will see you.
All right, brother. Talk to you in a minute.
Have a good night.
You too. And we move quickly to Shay Lewis. Shay.
Ronbo.
Shay, man. Everybody's got these great positives coming tonight, and this is supposed to be raw. The only thing we all agree on is that Debo has got to catch the damn ball. But everything else, it's not, we got guys that are leaving. I know we got an exit, which we don't appreciate. But we got several guys coming back. So it's kind of a thing where we don't need to go backwards on this, But, I mean, what are you thinking?
Right. No, Ronbo, I completely agree. Hey, Debo's a rookie. Listen, understand, and that pass was definitely easier. We still scored a touchdown out of it, but correct, guys. I mean, if you're that wide open, the ball wasn't darted. It's not like I think someone said Colin Kaepernick throwing a dart at you. It was a nice little lofted throw.
It was a touch.
You got to catch those, but
a little air under it.
I think he was thinking about scoring the touchdown more than he was catching the ball at that point. Drops happen. I don't want to make excuses. He's a professional, but he is a rookie. But we gotta he gotta start holding on to those balls, which I know he will. He's a great player so far. So, but Ronbo, I'm just excited. I don't know if you know who Matt Miller is, NFL draft scout.
Yeah, I know
who that
Matt.
is?
Well, I always
He does
watch him.
the Stick to Football podcast,
Yeah.
and he works for Bleach Report. So he had, I guess, free time today. So I shot him some questions. I was like, hey, man, you're still a 49er fan, right? Because I see him on his picture, he has like a Kansas City. But he said, till he effing dies. He cussed. He's like, till I effing die, I'm a Niner fan. But then I also asked him about the replacement of, I believe Greenlaw is going to be the replacement for Kwon. And if, will he still bring the productivity and efficiency as Kwon did on the field? Obviously, like Dre, my TNT brother, said earlier, what he can't replace is the emotional aspect and, the heightness that Kwon brings. He brings that dog in everybody on that defense, always hyping his teammates up, even if it's a bad play. When it's a good play, he's still hyping them up. He keeps that high level energy that you need. But he said that Warner and Greenlaw should hold down that linebacker spots for us throughout the year. So when he said that, NFL Draft Scout, it kind of gave me like, oh, okay, we'll still be good on that end of linebacker. So.
And you're never going to lose because Greenlaw's athleticism is really, really good. So you weren't going to lose that. But some of the things you just mentioned is the spirit of it all, and that's what Kwon brings. He fires people up. So that was something we're going to get from somewhere else, though. So we'll see.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think Greenlaw is a good player. He's shown some flashes for the limited snaps he's gotten this year. So I'm excited. I'm happy for it. I'm glad, our boys got 10 days now of rest, but until, the Seattle Monday night game. Oh. But we're going to do good, Ronbo. I'm excited. I expect a blowout in that game. People want to talk about, oh, you guys haven't played anybody good. Well, Seattle hasn't played anybody good either, because if you check their schedule, they beat up on the same – well, they didn't beat up on anybody. They played the same bum teams we played, but the difference is –
almost every game.
Well, exactly. The difference is the only 500 team that they beaten was the Rams, which is like us, but they've lost to the Saints and the Ravens, and then they beat up on all the same trash teams that we they're saying that our easy schedule got. So and the margin of victory between them, right? And the margin of victory between them is so bad. It's like 2 or 3 points. Well, we're flooding the Browns, by 30, the Panthers by 38. All these good teams. We're the Rams by 13, they've won by, I think, 1 or 2 because Zerling missed a game-winning field goal. So, I'm excited. Injuries do hurt, and it sucks though, Ronbo, because, like, why are we losing all these players? You know what I mean? Like, we lost McGlinchey and Staley, but they stayed healthy throughout that whole terrible season last year. But when, when we need them most, I mean, not saying that Burnskill and School didn't do a great job replacing them, but it's just funny how injuries work, right? Like really? Like now, we get hurt? Like,
but they did it. It's better they did it then than the games that are coming up, because the games that are coming up are going to be the toughest ones. So we got warmed up, and everybody's learning what they're doing now, and that's good. Now you're ready to go, including Emmanuel Sanders.
That's what absolutely, Ronbo. And we got Emmanuel, Jimmy making a good connection already, 2 games in. The guy has like over 160, 70 yards and 2 touchdowns. You know what I mean? He's definitely looking like our solid number 1. So, but Ronbo, I'm excited. We're getting everybody back for the Seattle game, and we'll be ready. What's up?
And I was going to tell you, and I know that you had questions about Jimmy, but listen, guys, here's the thing. You notice Jimmy's doing things with Emmanuel. This has always been his skill set. He's doing things with Emmanuel now that he may not have done with some of other receivers.
Right.
That shot that he let that ball go while Emmanuel Sanders was en route, well, that's textbook elite quarterback skill.
Ronbo.
That's what I'm saying. Look out from here. Ooh, look out.
Yeah. Well, Ronbo, he did have a good relationship with Goodwin before he went down. Remember, Goodwin was looking like our top wide receiver at the time, but then they started bringing all this young talent in.
It seemed like
what I'm saying? Just imagine if we brought in like someone like a Julio or somebody, like, oh my God, what would that look like? Ronbo?
And watch out.
Like, Jimmy.
We got to go, Jay, but listen, look out for Trent Taylor. If he gets back, there's another guy that Jimmy can work with in the same way. We'll have 2 guys.
And Hurt.
There you go.
Hurt, Ronbo.
There you go.
Don't forget her. But all right, Ronbo, you feel good. Shout out to my TNT brothers, Trey, Will, Big Show, Russo, Jerry Fresh, all my guys, Trez as well, and Ronbo. Thank you, man, for giving us a platform. I love you, brother.
Thanks.
And I'll see you again next time, Ronbo.
I'm looking forward to seeing you Sunday.
Good.
Right.
All right, Ronbo.
Good night.
It's on and that's on mission.
Who?
Oh, hello.
Oh, I thought we caught Emilio in domestic business. Emilio, what are you getting ready there?
No, it was funny. No, because yesterday I went to this store yesterday. What was it? Called Key to the City. And I bought a few Niners things, and I got a chain, and my wife was asking me what street it was on.
Wait, she was asking you what?
What street the store was on? Cause
I thought you said she said what, I thought she said what team.
No.
She would dare not ask you this question. I said she did not ask you that.
No, it was.
What street was it? Hey, what street was it on?
In Mission in San Francisco.
Mission in the Mission. And Mission in what? What number?
Oh shit.
You didn't pay that no mind.
Can't remember the address.
Yeah, all right. There you go. Hey, but you got the name. What's the name of the place again?
It's Key to the City.
Keys is
Key to the City.
Key to the City or Keys?
Key. Yeah, Key, K-E-Y, Key to the City.
K-E-Y, Key to the City. There you go, fam. And you can get some more 49ers paraphernalia. Is it a 49ers shop particularly, or is it just a sports shop?
It's basically San Francisco stuff, but they do have a few Niner things in there, a few Warrior things, but mostly just, Giants, I guess, things that the guy created or whatever. His own brand, but yeah.
Ooh, nice. I always love that custom-made stuff. All right, Emilio. Hey, Emilio, are we going? This day is like, do we go into panic mode because we lost Kwon, or is this team resilient enough to absorb these kind of injuries? Since we've already proven that pretty much through the first 8 games, we can absorb injuries and we can keep on rolling because, quite frankly, people won't give Robert Saleh enough credit. But these guys, and they was a little tired against the Cardinals. It looked like it. But Robert Saleh going to be ready for that boy next game. I got a feeling. Next time we see Arizona, it's going to be a different story. And they go automatically be ready for Russell Wilson. Don't nobody ever take them light. And these guys get fired up for a team like the Hawks anyway. But Emilio, what you got for us tonight?
Well, first off, is it 2018 or is it 2019?
I'm saying, ain't no worries, right? Man, it's 2019 all day. Yeah.
I know last year we had a problem. We didn't have enough players. We didn't have enough depth. Now it's a little different. Yeah, it sucks we lost Kwon, but it's, I think either Alshon or Greenlaw, one of them two can handle it. They will have enough time to prepare them. I know this game was just like, they were supposed to be ready because they're fresh, but at the same time, they kind of threw them out there. So you can't really expect too much out of them. They did enough, did their part, but now
and the whole
they're going to prepare one or the other.
Whole team did it. Did just enough to win.
It was just Thursday. They were all gassed. You've seen it. Even Sherman didn't look the same.
Got beat.
Mosley, they all didn't look the same. So it wasn't too much of a big deal. Good thing we still came out with the one. But, the hero of the game is Jimmy. So that was the main thing that counted. Boy. He stepped up this thing. So.
I got a feeling the coach said, hey, you know what? We're at the halftime. And listen, they're gonna stack that middle. But didn't we say this yesterday, Emilio? Who was that? Was that you who said, hey, coach, they're stacking us up the run. Throw the ball, coach. They got 59 Cardinals down at the line of scrimmage. Throw the ball. He wouldn't do it. He did when he had to.
Well, he just I seen with Carr, he wants to stick to his game plan. Nothing is wrong with that.
You gotta abandon your plan on occasion.
He's kind of getting to the point. He's kind of getting a little big headed since he's now 8-0.
Yeah.
He's just like, stop me if you dare. Which is fine, but
I agree.
That's
what he was
fine,
thinking.
but at the same time, if you see something that's available and open, you need to change it up a little bit. I mean, of course, Jimmy, got 300 yards, did his thing, but it's just, if they're stacking the box, you got to throw the ball, especially if our receivers can get open.
And Emilio, it's so funny you mentioned that. Jimmy did go off. Jimmy did do some things on his own in that game. Kyle said he went off schedule a few times. I said, see, Jimmy probably said to himself, Coach, no, man. Hey, all right, listen, Emmanuel, I'm going to hit you. Take a hook. I'm coming to you. All right, count 3, count 2. Are you ready? Get that? All right, let's go. And you know what? Kyle, you're right. Kyle, this is my game plan, boys. I'm Kyle Shanahan. Did he do that to us? Did he?
No, hey, it's a good thing he did because you can kind of. You also got to realize the quarterback and the head coach are going to bump heads from time to time. I'm not going to fight the game, but if I see something, I'm going to do it. And if it's going to help us get the first down or touchdown, I'm going to do it. You always got to know Bill Walsh and Joe got into it. So it's not enough to know if this gets to the point where Jimmy's going to get to the point where, like, you know what? I need to get us this winning drive or score us a touchdown. I'm going to make a decision. You got to listen to the coach, but at the same time, if you see your opening, I can throw the ball,
use your
call
own
a
judgment
different play.
On occasion.
Yeah, exactly. Use your own judgment, which is the case.
Yeah.
Like I said, Joe and Walsh got into it, so that's not no different.
And Shanahan said it himself, though. Shanahan said he doesn't want a quarterback that has a lead by the nose. So he's got one. Jimmy's a gunslinger. He's always been like that. So we got the right guy. He's not going to – Kyle Shanahan – it's not McVay in golf. Jimmy will go off schedule. I love it.
No, like I said, that's what you want. Like I said, from time to time, or most of the time, see eye to eye. I know Shanahan will see one thing, and Jimmy will see one thing. But at the same time, Jimmy's on the field playing, so it should. For the most part, it should be up to Jimmy. Like, you know what? I need to change my mind. I need to do this, and we need to score. Especially if the game's on the line, like yesterday. We need to get a first down.
Yeah, you need a brilliant man on the
basically,
center.
he's the leader. He's getting the big bucks. He's the quarterback for the reason. He's our future for the reason. He's the reason he got the. He's our number one quarterback. So he's the reason.
I love it. Well, Emilio, good. Hey, man, we're hearing from you all the time these days. I'm loving it, fam. Let me see. Sunday we'll be right back.
It's just this week. I'm off of work. Tomorrow's my birthday, so I've been off all week just because of that.
When's the next time we have a week off? Because we gotta schedule you up for a one-on-one. Yeah, fam, we're gonna bring Emilio back and give him a whole lot of time to talk. But yeah, all right. I'm gonna get back to your note and figure this out. All right, fam.
Okay.
Not Emilio.
All right,
and we go to Sharon. Sharon, come on in, lady.
Hello, Mr. Ronbo. How are you doing tonight?
8-0. I'm ecstatic. I can't stand it.
I didn't like the way that game went down last night, but I know our boys are tired after Sunday.
Boy, and Sharon, do you think that they probably thought, are they feeling their oats? I understand they were tired and everything, but we almost gave that game away. I understand that we lost the wrong guy.
That's what made me nervous when it went the other way, but it was the penalty that got us. If we didn't get that penalty,
that was a momentum swing
on us at all.
Right.
They wouldn't have a touchdown at all if it wasn't for that penalty.
That's right.
If that penalty didn't get us, they wouldn't have had no 7-0. Then they wouldn't have caught up to us. But it is what it is. At the end of the day, we still pulled it out.
That's right.
But I think they should put Greenlaw in where Kwon was playing. I know I just got that on my phone about Kwon too, and he did good. Thank him for our time and dedication and what he did for the team. He'll be truly missed, but it's not going to slow down our run game. I think our run game is just going to even get better.
Probably, and he's still going to be on the field.
Because everybody's back.
He's still going to be on the field yelling and screaming at people.
The main 2 players coming back.
Yeah, we do.
The main 3, actually.
Yeah.
Yes, you got Witherspoon, Juice Tech, and then you got Stately. So we're just going to be fine.
I know. I hope.
I'm not even worried about Seattle because, I don't think Russell Wilson is all. And then everybody's talking about Jimmy G. I think he did a tremendous job. To me, because he was working with Tom Brady, he's looking like a little bit about Tom Brady last night coming out of him, and he's just going to get better at the end of the year.
That's all he had. He only needed time, Sharon. He just needed time. He's been out for a year, and people thought he just could come in, game 1. Oh, Jimmy G is back. Good Lord, give that man time.
He
now
4 touchdown passes just like Tom Brady. He was working with Tom Brady people. What else do you want him to do? He did an excellent job last night. He stepped in, he pulled the game out, and we won. It's all that matters. A win is a win. Even though it was a close game because it had me nervous and on my feet. But, it was a good game. But,
And we actually 5 TDs as Debo, who's probably getting text messages from all his friends.
Jimmy
has 5 TDs thrown. Debo!
Oh, wanted to choke him as I could go to the TV and choke Debo. What are you doing?
No, Debo, every game, Debo gets to miss one. Debo, stop. Stop it. He can do better than that, Sharon. I know he can do it.
Calm down a little bit. You're okay. Calm down.
Oh, he just... He's going to count his TD at the end of the season.
Did you notice, though, did you pay attention, Ronbo? If you go back, when we came back with the touchdown, you heard nothing but the Niners fans going, why? You didn't hear their crowd whatsoever till they came back with a touchdown. Did you listen to that?
I the chant said, we own every stadium now. Have you noticed that? We took over Washington, D.C., East Coast, Sharon. Tampa Bay. I mean,
yes. I mean, it was like a home game last night. It was like you just didn't get it at Niner fans. It was like a home game to us. Like
the Niners are back. That's the thing. So
yes, we is. But we're gonna get better. But even though it was a setback with Kwon, I think it's not going to slow down anything. Though I think everything is going to be fine. But stop Russell Wilson, keep it down from him scoring. But I think we'll do fine at home, and we got our crowd. Yeah, we'll be fine.
We will, Sharon. Tell you what, Sharon, I'll be back Sunday and collect your thoughts then too. Okay.
Alrighty.
All right, Sharon. Great.
Right,
talk to you later.
Bye. Bye.
And let us go get Jaime.
What up, Ronbo?
You know what's up, 8-0. We moving, we counting every game, every week. And I don't believe for a moment we're not going to be 9-0 after next Monday night.
Hey, man, I'm going to tell you right now, man. I have my kids sitting down waiting for me to go trick-or-treating with them. Tonight? While I watch the game, man.
Oh, you mean that? So y'all do too.
Yesterday. I told them to sit down and wait till I'm done with my game, and then we'll trick or treat.
That's cool. But you know what?
Let me tell you something, Ronbo.
What?
Let me tell you this, man. Look, I've been a Niner fan since the 80s, man. And I grew up in South Central, right across from the Coliseum.
All right.
Yeah, man. When we were kids, we'd have our parents move their cars out, and the Raiders would come park their cars in the back. We make like $5 a car, buy some chips, and we get to the game, man.
Make the Raider fans pay.
Oh, yeah, man. Let me tell you this. I had every reason to become a Raider fan, man, and everything just drove me to be a Niner fan, man. And dead or cold, I'm a Niner till I'm dead or cold.
I love it.
But here's what I wanted to say, man. I wanted to touch on this. Are you ever played chess, man?
I cannot play chess. I wish I did. It seems like a game for intelligent people, man.
Yeah.
I just never took time to learn it.
Let me tell you what Shanahan.
I mean, I lost you.
Okay,
there you are.
He's a chess player.
You know
DC?
Why?
Because
Bobby Sala. Yeah.
Oh, I'm talking our whole organization. They know what they're doing, man. Look,
oh yeah.
We're not always gonna have our main pieces. We're not always gonna have the queen or the knights or the bishops. You know, we're not always gonna have those. We gotta learn to play with our pawns sometimes. You know, and what people fail to realize, man, playing with pawns, man, they can be just as dangerous as
if you
playing
know what
with
you're doing,
our main
right?
pieces.
Yeah.
I'm not worried, Ronbo. I'm not worried, man. You know why?
Why?
You know why? Because a lot of our squad knows, man, that they have to make the adjustments in order to become great. That only the great know that you have to face adversity to become great.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, everybody thinks that oh, you know, coming out the gate you need to be the number one and this and that, man. Steve Young, Joe Montana, Jerry Rice, they weren't great. They weren't great when they started. Shit, I remember Jerry Rice was getting booed
and dropping the ball
because he wasn't catching. Yeah, it was always dropping balls.
Yeah.
And what did he become?
One of the greatest of all time.
exactly. What is every receiver chasing? Jerry Rice.
Of course. And they will continue to do so.
Yes, they will continue to do so. Let me tell you, man, you hold your head up high, Ronbo, because guess what? Everybody keeps talking about, Drew Brees and Brady and
everybody else, but we got Jimmy
and Green Bay.
And there you go. But Jaime, we got to pull up,
but
though.
I'm telling you.
Go ahead. Make that point, though.
But I'm telling you one. Let me just tell you one thing, though. All those quarterbacks they name aren't running quarterbacks.
That's right.
Just keep that. They need to keep that in mind, and our defense will come.
I agree. There you go. And that's what I'm talking about when I say about Drew Brees.
I will be getting in contact with you on Monday, man.
Hey,
yeah, exactly.
Be back Sunday. All right. Hey, all right, Jaime. Looking for you. We can get in. All right. Have a good night, fam.
All right, brother. You too, man.
Yeah. I love it. And I love, what I really enjoy? Jaime was taking money off of Raider fans way back in the day. That's excellent. Iceman!
So what's up, Ronbo?
Oh, Ice, man. I got a feeling the 49ers, they're going to fix up. Dre's going to know exactly what his job is, and he's going to get it done. I really hope, because we got to stop with the running. Teams are running on us with way too much ease. I want Kwon T to also remember part of his job is to seal that back end as well. I'm a little disturbed. I'm seeing J-Dub coming up making plays, and I'm thinking, what was T? What was Kwon T? So everybody's holding certain people. I'm holding Kwon T responsible too. He's got to get better. But Ice, what are you thinking tonight?
Okay, so you know that we're 8-0 right now, right, Ronbo? So that means that everybody who plays us, we have their best shot.
I know, right?
Right now, we're the big dogs. So Arizona, we can't just write them off. This is the NFL. That means that, they're still a professional team, even though, they're like doing what they not doing right now. They're weak, but they're still a professional team. So, when they play us, they had like 2 weeks or so.
They got up.
To scheme, like all they did, they ate, they slept. All they did is 49, 49, 49. That's all they did, right? Because why? They know that, oh, damn, we got to play the 49ers. Because right now, we are the big dogs. So every team we play, man, they're sitting there, like, dreaming about beating us. That's the real...
That'll fire a player
right now, right?
Ice, that's so true. That'll fire people up to play way above their head. Because watch next week what they look like in comparison to what they looked like last season. They look like a Pro Bowl team out there. Weren't making any mistakes. Kyler Murray's doing everything right almost. Man, we beat a machine last night. Them dudes are ready.
Yep, and Ronbo and the 49 Empire. You guys have to realize that, and you guys have to realize, I told you guys before, and I'm going to mention this to you guys again. We find ways to beat teams every way possible. This is just one of those games, we got their best shot. But at the end, we still beat them. And this is that game that, Jimmy G said, let me show you what Jimmy G is all about. Because, he got injured, and the whole world said, oh, yeah, he's not great. He's not the next coming. But to me, and me and you, Rumble, we know that Jimmy G, he's golden, man. He's a baller.
Yeah,
and there's no denying that he's a baller. You know what? The only difference between Emmanuel Sanders and everybody else, it was that Emmanuel Sanders catches the ball, and that's it. So all those
basically, he runs better. He runs routes better, but he does that with skill. We got kids that are probably going to get better, but in the meantime, Emmanuel Sanders was just the answer. Get Jimmy in there with a real pro until these other guys get brought up to speed. That's why Trent Taylor did so well in camp. He was ready this year, Ice. That's why I'm thinking, whoa. Man, we lost something in Trent Taylor. I didn't know how much we lost, though, but we lost a lot.
Yeah, this is a special year, guys. And even though Kwon went down, you know what? Hey, my prayers with Kwon, but the show must go on because we got a Super Bowl to win. So we can't panic. We got a Super Bowl to win this year. We can't panic. It just means that the next man has to step up. And this is what this year is all about because you know what? We're a full oil machine. The next man just has to plug it in, step up, and that's why we have depth. You know, that's why we drafted these guys, man. That's why we have depth. You know what? It's gonna be on. We're gonna be golden, and we can't panic right now because you know what? Next week we're gonna beat the Lambs. No, the Seahawks. Yeah, the Sea Chickens. Next week we're gonna beat the Sea Chickens, and we're gonna be 9-0. And then you know what? They're gonna become nobodies again because right now we are 49.
Right? Everybody we beat was nobody, so they get their turn to be nobodies. Well, I'm gonna love it.
Hey, but Ronbo, but the tone has changed though. The tone has changed now. Now we are the San Francisco 49ers, and everybody else is just nobodies. Because you know why?
Before we play them even.
We're smacking everybody, right? We're just smacking everybody. So you know what? Hey, I got something for you guys, the 49 Empire, because you know what? This is Empire 49. They can't stop us. We're just too much. You know what? Robert Sala's gonna release the golden kraken on that candy ass. So, hey.
Oh, I love it. It's fun to talk.
Ronbo.
Yes.
Ronbo, please just meet me in Miami because we got a Lombardi to go get, man. So you know what?
Are you in Miami, guys? Oh man.
Hey, Ronbo.
I'm listening.
You know, guys, it's a special year, man. So you know what? Hey, this year, and like you know, it doesn't matter what anybody says. It doesn't matter what Skip Bayless says. It doesn't matter with what anybody says, man. All it matters is that you know what? We are the only undefeated team in the NFC. I don't care if they think the Saints are good. I don't care if they think Green Bay is good. You know what? We're gonna let it be known when they play us because they thought Carolina was good, and you know, we let that shit be known that you know what? Damn. You see the look of their faces? They couldn't wait. They're like, what the hell? It's 40 plus two, and we're still in the third quarter. They couldn't wait to get out of there, right?
And they're probably still glad they're out of here. Hey, guys, we gotta go, fam. I'm gonna see. I'll look for you Sunday, and let's talk some more, fam. Too much fun.
Hey, Ronbo,
bring more of that smack.
Hey, Ronbo, you know what? Ronbo, you know what? When I come on, I just got to let everybody know, all my 49er fans know that, you know what? Hey, this is us, and we're going, and there should be no doubt whatsoever. So you know what? If they want some, come and get some, okay?
Yeah.
Ronbo.
All right, nice.
Good night, guys.
You too. Great to hear from you, Ice Man. Look for you Sunday. Hope you got some time. All right. Good night.
Yeah, now I'll come back, man. We'll talk some more.
All right.
All right, man.
All right, fam. And area code is 518. Hello.
Rambo.
Yeah, who is this?
Come on, it's your boy Demetrius, man. What's going on?
And Demetrius, that's the voice sounds familiar. Who is that? Demetrius, well, we got you recorded now. It's D. Demetrius, man, you know, the Jimmy G saga is probably over. People saw Jimmy unleash skills that and I'm not going to say they didn't know about, Demetrius, that they forgot about. Demetrius,
come on,
Jimmy
Ronbo.
G didn't just now get good. This is why I couldn't understand what is all these people talking about. So Jimmy came out to, y'all think I can't play quarterback, give me the ball. See, that's what I'm talking about.
Ronbo. I told you, man.
I knew it.
Jimmy G is the truth, bro. He's the truth, man. Like, he's been the truth. Like, we've seen it at the end of 2017, so we've seen how he get down. Like,
yeah, but I mean, what?
Come on, man. I just don't understand. The man got injured. Leave him alone. It happens. He has to come back. He has to get back comfortable in the pocket and all that good stuff. But before all that, they was hooting and hollering. Just because he threw the reporters in the sports world off schedule with his return and he's going to shut the NFL out, lights out. He got injured. Okay. Seemed like they're holding a grudge against him. You know what I mean? But it's all good.
Stephen A. Smith. What's making him mad as hell?
Of course, man. It's killing him. It's killing him. It's killing him. But it's all good, though. He see it, though. Deep down, he like Jimmy G. Deep down, I think he do. Yeah, he can't admit it, though. But other than that, though, it's all good. We appreciate the love they're giving us. It's all good publicity. Bad publicity is good publicity.
Hey,
so they can give it to us, Ronbo.
What about,
you know what I mean, Ronbo?
You know, I know. But what about we just lost the spirit of the 49ers defense in Kwon
Yeah,
Alexander.
bro.
Can we patch that hole and keep on going? Because Kwon's still going to be on the sideline hollering and screaming at people anyway.
Oh,
But,
you already know. We lost him. Yeah, we lost him in physical form on the field, but he's still there though. He ain't going.
He ain't going nowhere.
He's still there. His spirit ain't going nowhere. It's embedded in that locker room, Ronbo. So I think they're gonna band together. You already know, Ronbo, and do the do. You know what I mean? Greenlaw got to step it up, lay down the law. You know what I mean? Give everybody a life sentence that think they're gonna try to run through his tackle. You dig, Ronbo? And lay the law down.
They're getting playing with the wrong dude. Greenlaw can play. He just needs to get that rookiness about him.
And Alshire. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to do the do, Ronbo. You know what I mean? But other than that, though, man, I don't think Jimmy G put the NFL world on notice. That was his best game, they said, as a pro. But like they said, he's still growing. So I feel bad for the rest of the NFL. So he got more better games to come. And that, before I go, I just want to make a point, Ronbo. Kyle Shanahan, he coached. He was the OC for Atlanta Falcons, right?
Yep.
So who's one of the hottest teams in the South, in the NFC South, New Orleans. So he already been prepared for them.
Many times.
You know what I mean? So,
and
you know what I mean?
Saleh's
So we ready.
For and Drew Brees thinks he's going to sit back in that pocket comfortably. He's got a surprise.
Nah. Yeah, Kyle Shanahan ready to he ready to dice them up. So all them other teams ain't worried about, man. Like like I said, Ronbo, we're gonna start the year off 10-0. I'm almost there. And I said we're gonna go 14-2, and I'm almost there. And in the summertime, I told you my MVP for the team is gonna be the offensive line. I'm telling you, Ronbo.
It's looking good.
I'm telling you.
It's looking good.
We getting there, Ronbo. We getting there.
Go.
But,
all right, D.
You know what I mean? That's all I got to say, Ronbo, man. Have a good night. God bless you, man. I'm going to roll one light one.
All right.
Have a great one. All right, peace out.
Have a great night.
All right.
Night, D.
You too, bro.
Hey, Big Steve.
Oh, Ronbo.
Steve, here we are again. Sitting up saying things like, ooh la la, ooh la. Steve, this is why I love these conversations, because when we get together, whatever problems we have, they seem to melt away. It seems like, and you know what? Each and every time we've overreacted to things, we lost Joe Staley. We lost Mike McGlinchey. I said, oh, Lord, have mercy. We was doing great. Lord, why did you do it to us? Let not your heart be troubled. Everything gonna be copacetic.
I'm glad you brought up Joe Staley and McGlinchey. You know why? Because that was the first thing I was going to talk about. Kwon Alexander goes down, man. Oh, that was a punch in the gut today. Oh man, I got up and I had the NFL mobile notification on my phone, and I saw right away the headline. I said, no. You know what? Honestly, though, man, if you gave me a choice between if I had to choose if Kwon was going to get injured to be out for the season or Kittle, I'd have to go with Kwon. You can't have Kittle. Kittle scared me enough last night. But you know what, man? I don't know much about Greenlaw. I mean, he already had one sack. You know what I mean?
It was just wow.
He already had one sack. So,
man,
I mean, it can't be that bad.
So
hopefully, man, hopefully he comes in and he does big things. But I mean,
it's a position switch to a small degree. He just goes from the weak to the strong. But you know what? I mean, the strong to the weak. The thing is, he just needs to be instructed in what his job is. They got plenty of time to get him up to speed. You know, I think he's going to be okay. He's not going to be Kwon, but I don't think he's going to hurt us that bad.
Nah, you can't replace Kwon, but you know what? He could come in just like when McGlinchey and Staley went out, and then Brunskill came in and he did a good job, man. And they've been holding on the fort because that's how this team has been built.
And Steve,
one guy goes down, the other guy's ready to go.
And Steve, did you know who Brunskill was before a few weeks ago?
Who was he?
Yeah, I don't know. I never heard of him. That he was in the AAF. So this just goes to show you the coaching staff is really kicking butt. This is why I'm not real worried about what's going to take place. Dre Greenlaw's got skills. We already know that. He's a rookie, and all we got to do is move him into an area where he can win. So I feel good about this. Not as good as I would if we had a guy.
And the fact that he's working with Robert Saleh, I mean, you're good. You're good to go. He'll coach him up. He'll get him going the way he needs to go.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any worries about that. Mm-hmm. But dude, let's talk about Jimmy G for a second.
Oh, well, please.
I don't know if
yes.
Let's talk about Jimmy G because listen, a lot of people calling and talking about Jimmy G's holding it down, this and that. But did you really see the way Jimmy G was throwing that ball last night? He was throwing that ball like Aaron Rodgers would throw that ball. Like Drew Brees would throw that ball.
Perfect placement, right velocity.
Only the receiver can get it.
I'm telling you. I knew. I
mean,
saw him do that before.
That's what I was saying. You see him thread that needle to Sanders when they had that fourth down and they didn't go. They went for it. They didn't get it, and then coach called a timeout and they got a second try. He put that ball so precise. Listen, Jimmy G he's coming back from an ACL, and now I'm not using this as an excuse, but you come back from an injury like that, it changes you a little bit. You know what I mean? You're a little more cautious. Now that he sees he's good, and now that he's been saying in the press conferences his legs been feeling better and better every week, and he's getting into his stride more. I'm telling you, Jimmy G's always been nice, and now he's showing people how nice he really can be.
All he needed was a chance to get back in motion. Huh?
Stephen A. is still hating.
Oh, you know what? If anybody, Big Steve, if anybody ever sees Stephen A. at a restaurant or something like that, you don't have to get up and go over and go to jail. But send him a note or something. Tell the waiter, hey, excuse me, can you see the gentleman over there? Could you give this to him? And draw a big middle finger and say, Stephen A., Jimmy G doesn't like you either. Shut the, STF, God, Jesus. He just comes in and starts trouble. Unwarranted stuff. God.
There was always something, man. If they were saying, oh, well, we got to see a little bit more, and, this, that, and the other thing. And then they said, oh, Jimmy G, we don't know if we can rely on him. Jimmy G balls out last night, and they're still talking shit. Hey, you know what, man?
Let him keep talking.
Like I said, every time I call him, man, I say this, keep talking, bro. Yeah, because we're heading to 9-0.
I tell you. And by week 12, Jimmy G is most likely going to be at the, how a plane climbs in altitude as you're flying far away and it keeps it, we're at now this feet, we're at this feet, we're now flying and cruising at. Jimmy G's going to be up there in altitude very soon. So,
I'm telling you, everybody that's listening to this, go on YouTube and look up Jimmy Garoppolo highlights from that last game and really study the throws the way he's throwing that ball, like the passes he's making. I'm telling you, man, this dude is special.
He's looking
and
good.
He's going to be proving it over the next several weeks.
His ceiling is over the top. And this
guy,
I
have a feeling that Deebo Samuel.
Go
ahead.
No, I was going to say, the things, we got to pick up. We're out of time, Steve. Let me get back to you. We'll go ahead real quick, though. What are you going to say about Deebo?
I was going to say, Deebo Samuel, I feel like this dude is going to have some kind of like a breakout situation in a big game where he's been like dropping the ball. Every time he gets like a big opportunity, like that one he dropped in the end zone, and he's known to be dropping the ball. He's going to have like a clutch play. It's really going to bring him through, and it's going to change the way people look at Deebo. Like one of your callers was saying about Jerry Rice and some of these other guys that started out, they weren't nice when they started out.
Some of the greats, they started like this.
But I think Deebo's going to be a big player, man.
He will. He's got the best coaches you can get. All right, fam. I'll see you Sunday.
All right, Ronbo. Yeah. As always, it was a pleasure. Shout out to Ronbo Sports. Shout out to Niner Empire. Everybody keep your head high, man, because next week the cavalry's coming back, and Seahawks are going to be in trouble.
All right, Big Steve. See you Sunday, fam.
I'm talking to you, man.
Thanks, fam.
Later,
Same here. Night. And I roll on over here. I see the super chat. It says Jimmy G, first full game versus Seahawks. Let's go. Yeah, remember? This is like anniversary time. G came in. Remember that year? G comes in. CJ's laying on the field hurt. Oh, no. First they said, oh, no, don't bring CJ in. The offensive line's going to get him killed. We're not going to have quarterback now. G comes in. Give me the ball. Whew. Man, took him 1 minute and how many seconds? Boom, he's into the end zone. We've not had a quarterback nail a wide receiver in end zone how many years? G came in and did it within less than a minute. What? I remember Levi Stadium, the whole audience got quiet. People looked down on the field as a witness. Who is he? No matter who he is, sign him up, sign him now. And they did. The rest has been history. Unfortunately, I had a glitch in the road. Last year got hurt. But this year, you're watching Jimmy G come back in form. Pretty soon, those who had doubt will know what some of us knew. Hey, Death Dealer Night 1292. My dad's birthday was last Sunday when we won versus the Panthers and our power was out. I was wondering if you could wish him a happy birthday. His name is Steve. For the Death Dealer 1292 and Daddy Steve, who must be a 49er fan, which gives me a great pleasure to do this. Happy, not his birthday. Dear Steve, happy not his birthday to Steve. Happy night birthday to Steve. Happy birthday, Steve. Yes, birthdays are taken very seriously on Ronbo Sports, as you now know. And Coach says, do you realize Dre Greenlaw ran over 22? They clocked him? He ran over 22 miles per hour before the combine? He got a hammy issue training and didn't get a good 40, but he's fast. We saw that in preseason speaking. I didn't know he was that. I heard he was fast, but we're talking Matty B speed. Dang, I like that. Coach also goes on to say, and Lee will take Al-Ashar's place on special teams as he slides over to Greenlaw's Sam spot on starting defense. All right. And Tabby, I love adorable names. Tabby Boo loves you. It says, I know, Ronbo, we just love watching you with our Niners 8-0, baby. Let's do this. Tabby Boo, thanks. Thanks. Oh, and there it is. We roll out to Virginia, where we have a large contingent. I bet you some of them folks in Virginia was one of the reasons why there was such a large crowd at the D.C. game. Night Hawk, get in here. Somebody do it. I'm going to have to do it. What's up, Rambo? Night Hawk, Rambo, Night Hawk, I got to have that. Night Hawk. Uh-oh. Lullaby. Uh-oh. Oh, it's Tyler. Tyler, can you do the Nighthawk?
What's up, Rambo?
Tyler, come on in, man. We're discussing things like will we survive post Kwon Alexander? Has enough been done by Jimmy G to get people the hell up off his back? And are we going to beat? Well, you know what? We got to wait until next week to talk about that. But anything else, Tyler, you want to add? Go ahead.
I think, first of all, I'm going to start by saying I was in the locker room this morning before my weightlifting class, and this Rams fan and the Panther fan tried telling me, y'all almost lost to the Cardinals. You beat them by 3. And I said, excuse my language. I said,
put a bleep on it.
I said, I wanted to actually say it. It would have been
funny. You know, Rams, kind of, just like somebody mentioned earlier, some of these teams are going to take the best shots against the 49ers because we are seen upon now as a superior team. When we play teams now, they're going to put their best football on us. So you know what? That's fine. We still beat them. So, you tell those guys, well, that's because teams get serious about us. But when they play your teams, they just come on in and relax.
The Cardinals have been very competitive. They've been in basically every game they played.
True.
They were hanging in there with the Saints for a good while on Sunday, but then they sort of fell away from them. But they were in it and scored and suggest that. But anyway, so they started saying, "Oh, you almost lost to the Cardinals. Oh, you only beat the Cardinals by 3." I was like, "Who won the fucking game?"
And who's 8-0? Okay. So
yeah, and I said 8-0. 8-0, halfway to 16-0. Let's go.
Nice rhyme.
Yeah. Anyway,
we'll get ready for a lot of shots.
But yeah, I think even if Kwon being injured hurts our defense a little bit, even if it hurts it a little bit, because like the pass rushers, I think were a little tired from Sunday.
Oh.
You know, you beat a team 51-13, you're exhausted.
Yeah.
So I think
you wear yourself out beating a team like that.
And we'll get extra time to prepare for Seattle. The thing is, we're not going to have a full week. We'll have 2 short weeks to prepare for Arizona. Like you know what I mean. Like we have a short week this week, very short week, and then we lose a day because we have a Monday night game against Seattle.
It's okay. We've already seen them once, and now Robert Saleh and company are going to put their mentality together on this. Wait till they get to San Francisco.
Ronbo, we're starting 10-0, man. I'm saying it right now. And even if Kwon getting injured slows us down a little on defense, Jimmy Garoppolo, I expect him to pick, like what I saw last night, his confidence is riding high. The chemistry with Emmanuel Sanders is getting serious.
Legendary.
Like he's literally just hitting him in stride.
I mean, he's turning around, and the ball's right there. I mean, that's right. Sanders didn't even get out of his route yet. Jimmy put that ball in the air. Sanders turns, pivots, boom. I said, ooh.
That was probably the best pass of the night.
Wow.
That was beautiful, man.
God.
That was perfect. Whenever Sanders came down with that, I was like, wow, it was a great throw. And that was just from the broadcast angle. When they showed how good of a throw it really was,
that's
how
when
good of
everybody
an
noticed.
anticipatory throw it was. It was unbelievable. I expect Jimmy Garoppolo to play a similar – I don't expect him to throw 304 tugs every week, but I expect him to pick up the pace on the way he plays. Like, if we're not – like, Jimmy Garoppolo can get in a rhythm like that if we're not running the ball as effectively as we have been. So the question surrounding him for the past couple of years is, can he beat a team with his arm? And I think, for myself personally, we didn't have a game in 2017 where he did not beat the team with his arm. So I don't know why people were questioning that in the first place. But, Kyle Brandt was like, there's the 3rd and 12 rule. There's going to come a big game. There's a big 3rd and 12. He's going to have to convert. Can he do it? Well, last night he beat the Cardinals with his arm. We could not run the ball a lick. And I don't know why. Because Shanahan, his play calling did get on my nerves last night when it came to the run game. And here's why. Kevin Coleman is your shotgun handoff running back.
Yep.
He's trying to run Breida out of the shotgun, and he's trying to run Coleman from under center. No. That's backwards. That's ass backwards. You gotta have Breida from under center. And you gotta have Coleman in the shotgun. You're getting it all twisted, Kyle. Were you getting confused? Like, did you think Breida was out there when Coleman was out there? No, you didn't. What was up with that?
He's Kyle, and somebody said Kyle may be getting stubborn about his own fame. Kyle, you can move away from the game plan a little bit if it needs tweaking. Don't sit there and keep running that ball, and it's not going anywhere. The offensive line's a little worn out from the last game, and it's just not working. Let Jimmy throw the ball. He's smoking hot. Let him throw the ball, and even if it's nothing but the TC.
He got to throw the ball.
Yeah.
He got to throw that ball, and he showed a little bit of what he can do. And Seattle's defense, I think they're ranked 23rd, and Arizona's was 29th, so that's not that big of a drop-off. I expect him to have a big game next week. I think he'll have 250 yards, 3 touchdowns.
No, Tyler, but we're running on the Hawks. Okay, it's going to be a balanced game. We don't need to put Jimmy in action until we have to. I mean, make him throw when you need to, but let those guys tear defensive line apart. I love watching that. Soften them up. So in the fourth quarter, they're just limp. I really enjoy that.
Well, I think we're going to embarrass Seattle on Monday night. I honestly do. I think about it. We get extra time to prepare for Seattle. Extra time.
I know, right?
And we're already a better team.
To begin with.
We don't even need it. Like we get.
I like that even better.
We get both of our tackles back. We get our fullback back.
We haven't heard enough about McGlinchey
yet. He'll be playing, but we literally ran the brakes off of Carolina, and Seattle's run defense is worse than Carolina's.
So there you go.
And Tyler, we didn't have our tackles or our fullback.
And you didn't have juice, like you said. Yeah, Tyler, we're gonna go. Let's see you Sunday if you get some time, since we only get certain visits at certain times, because I know you're a busy man. You're at the gym. You're probably studying. And God knows, I bet you've got several dates lined up most of the time. So, we'll go ahead and excuse you.
Although Jimmy G, he was trying to hit on that reporter, and she's married.
Yeah, just recently got married too. Hey,
that was funny.
Do your sign out. We gotta go.
Yep, and she's also an older woman. She's 41, just like Kiara. So,
Tyler, you didn't.
I can't blame him for this.
That was uncalled for.
This one's actually hot, though.
I know, but don't pick on Jimmy G. I mean, he may have kind of.
I don't blame him this time.
Well, you like older women as well? Okay, listen. Don't answer that. All right, go ahead and say goodbye, Kyle.
All right, Niner Empire, Niner for life, forever faithful. Love you, Ronbo. Niners, we're starting at least 10-0. All right, we're gonna beat the brakes off Seattle. There ain't no game that we can't hang in.
There you go.
Pipe bomb.
Thanks, Daddy. Love you back. We'll see you Sunday. All right, let's go check back in on Nighthawk. Hey, Nighthawk. I think Nighthawk is like getting ready for work. He's getting in his Z's. Oh, there they go. I can see those Z's floating now. No. Those are miniature Jimmy G's. Nighthawk, have a nice night. Salvador Abrevska. He says the Cavalry is coming back for Monday Night Football. Yes. I still want to see Jimmy throw some more of them passes, boy. See, that's what I think what was going on between Jimmy and Trent. They must have some chemistry worked out like that as well. Dante they should have that down by now as well. Dante was still, I was delighted. They'll get it together. It's got to come together. And I got a feeling in 2-3 more weeks, we're not going to recognize the 49ers passing attack. The run game is going to be there no matter what. True, says there should be no fear, fam. No matter what, we will fight to get where we want to get. Playoffs, baby. Let's go! Niners all day, every day. Mr. Black Eyes 2 says, damn, the Kwon injury is bad, but the other guy's getting paid, so the replacements for Kwon need to step up. We definitely got 2 stop and run. Both the running backs and mobile quarterbacks. Murray killed us. And, we're entering a new phase in the season. We're going to deal 4 times. We have 1, 2, 3. Kyler twice. Russell Wilson twice more. Kyler once more. And Lamar Jackson. So this is going to be a thing the 49ers are going to get well used to. But Lamar Jackson's in trouble. Isn't he the last guy? 49ers are going to have that system down by then. Coach, I think we lost Kittle. I think even if we lost Kittle with that defense and Kyle scheming our offense, I have complete faith in their ability to keep winning and scoring points. No problem. I'm glad he's okay. Yeah, as Juice comes back, he would be like, maybe a little bit like Kittle light, So it would have been still a little more work, but the run game is always going to work anyway, as long as the best guys are out there. Mr. Mystic 2 says defense is going to learn and improve. Backups are going to step up. Offense is waking up. We got a long week to recover. And the Niner Empire stands strong. We're going to be all right, Mr. Mystic. I agree, fam. Talking about 78, give thanks to God. Be humble, be hungry, never satisfied. Hashtag Go Niners, hashtag Niners Empire, hashtag Niners Faithful, hashtag Niners for life. God bless. Yeah, talking man. And Coach also adds, the 49ers took that game a little too lightly for sure, but officials weren't calling the holding on the Cards all game long. I mean, you could almost see him almost nearly have a chokehold on Nick Bosa. It was the only way they were going to stop him. They were chipping him a lot. But, that's not going to stop Nick on most nights. Now, the holding calls is another story. But look for Nick to look for revenge. And because Nick doesn't like to get shut out. Look for Nick to go buck wild next week and when he gets to see the Cards again on a normal week's rest. And Coach goes on to say, all the cheap shots by the secondaries and linebackers on the wide receivers. I mean, ask yourself, how did a below-average line all of a sudden slow down our pass rush so much when every other OL couldn't? True. Holding, they got away with that all game long. I don't know. Maybe somebody called in and says, listen, guys, let's not call this game too tight, or the 49ers are probably going to make, because we're already having enough trouble now with the fact that people don't want the Thursday night football game. So if you guys can make sure to make that game a game, it might be a good idea for us. And think about your future as well as an official. So just keep that in mind. And we're not going to say anything more than that. We want you to know what to do. Fam, I got to tell you, see, they made a game out of that, and the viewing probably went up even from the second half. People said, ooh, we thought the 49ers were going to run the Cardinals out of the stadium. They're doing a good job. So, of course, everybody in Arizona's, wow! Well, everybody besides the 49er fans, which I believe there's a percentage of the fan base in Arizona, throughout the state probably, that is not only wearing Cardinal red, but 49er red and gold. Yeah. It's all right. Because the Cardinals know they can't play at the 49ers. Ain't got no bit. It's like Shaq used to say back in the day when the Portland Trailblazers thought they could stick with the 49ers. For 49ers sitting in the locker room saying the same thing. Man, the Cardinals know they can't beat us. So next time we play them, we're going to make sure they're fully aware of that fact. Yeah. Juju point. I can't even repeat that. I like that, though. Woo! Bam! Okay, I think we're hitting like. All right. Bam! Do hit that like. I want to see us Sunday, because we talk 49ers football Sunday. Probably we get to watch a couple of teams lose, and we enjoy watching lose. And by the way, if you get a chance, stop by and say hi to Stephen A. Smith when you get a chance. All right? It's on Twitter. Merry Christmas to the Cardinals who know they got a gift. Night. Good night. Antonio.